What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Bodybuilding Chef. I appreciate you tuning in with me on this cold Wednesday evening. Tonight I'm going to bring something to the table that is very near and dear to my heart. I love it, I enjoy it every time I'm out and about at a Spanish restaurant, as it is a Latin American dish. I normally order it because I enjoy it that much. Someone introduced it to me about a year and a half ago, and I'm glad she did because whenever I get the chance, I enjoy it. The dish that is in question is Queso Fundido. Again, it's a Latin American dish, and I'm going to break down the ingredients of basically what it is consists of. So, starting out, I have 3 different types of cheeses. One of the cheeses that normally goes with this dish is Oaxaca cheese, which I love, but I could not find it. So instead I have 3 cheese blend of goat cheese, pepper jack cheese, and Monterey cheese. So I have a cup and a half of Monterey, a cup and a half of pepper jack, and about half a cup of the goat cheese, because goat cheese is a little bit stronger than the other 2. I have about almost 2 cups of chopped white onions and about a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. I also have 1 orange and 1 green bell pepper. You can spice it up and use chilies if you like, a green chili, a red chili, but tonight I'm going to keep it a little bit mild and stick with the bell peppers. Excuse me. And I also have shredded lettuce that I'm going to use as a wrap, as a substitute for corn tortillas or any other type of tortilla, because obviously that is a little bit healthier, and we try to emphasize health on this show. So starting out, I'm going to go ahead and heat this saucepan up, and while this is heating up, guys, what I'm going to do with the bell peppers is I'm going to char them. So I'm going to do that. Get this to light. Let's try this one. There we go. I'm going to char these over an open flame until they're basically black. I'll keep the skin on, and then I will chop them up. I'll dice them up and add them into the vegetable medley. So you can just do this over an open flame. There we go. That flame's a little bit larger, so we'll use this one. And you know what? I'll just go ahead and sit that right on the burner there and let that begin cooking. So let's get this vegetable medley going. A little bit of olive oil. Start out with the onions. And guys, I'm going to just, for now, sweat the onions. I don't want to burn them or brown them. I just want to sweat them. Drop that heat, about medium-low. A little bit of black pepper. I'll add the minced garlic here shortly. So you got that nice burnt skin, which is what you want. It's okay to burn these. That's what my intent is to do. So turn that. And you know what? For the sake of time, I'll get this one going on this side as well. And again, guys, as far as ingredients that you can add to the Queso Fundido, you can use chicken, you can use beef. A lot of times people use chorizo, which is a spicy sausage, but again, we're emphasizing health. So we're going to not use any type of meat tonight. We're going to keep it just with the vegetables, but you can use chicken, you can use seafood, really whatever you want. The sky's the limit, but again, tonight we're just going to use the vegetables. with the fundido. So, and I know I'm butchering butchering the name of the dish. I keep saying fundido. It's fundido, I believe. But you know, I'm a big stupid gringo, so please give me a pass on that pronunciation. So, gonna kick the heat up just a little bit. Continue to sweat these onions. You know what? I'll go ahead and add the minced garlic now. Get all that in there. Check on my peppers. Very nice. I'm not going to char them completely black, guys. I'm just going to have them spotty, kind of like a Dalmatian dog. They're going to have their spots, but it's not going to be, the skin won't be completely burnt to a crisp. So, let me go ahead and stir this a little bit. Remember, guys, garlic burns pretty quickly, so keep an eye on that. We have it about medium heat. Let that sweat a little bit. Keep turning your peppers. See that? You got a nice crisp skin there, which is what you want. Nice charred look. Alright, so this one's about done. It's almost to my liking. Maybe one or two more sides. Let me turn this one, the orange pepper. And just to give you a rundown of what this is, it's a water bath. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the queso in the water bath in the oven. The water bath will not only create moisture in the oven, additional moisture which you need, which is what you need when you're dealing with cheese, and this amount of cheese, because cheese can be very temperamental. It can burn quickly, it can brown quickly, especially, you know, if you put it in like a high boil, which is a broiler in most commercial kitchens. That's what they do. They brown it very quickly on top with high dry heat. This will help preserve the cheese in the cooking process, keep its moisture, and also it provides a slow, even source of heat aside from the direct dry heat that the oven produces. So that's why I have the water bath. So there you go, guys. That's about good enough for me. As you can see, most of the sides have a nice crisp coating to it. And because this flame's bigger, I'm going to drop this one down on here, cut that flame out. And while this is all coming together, I'm going to go ahead and chop this onion. Now use a towel, guys, because obviously I pulled this off the open flame, so it's going to be a little hot. So use a towel or dishcloth or something to hold it with. Cut out that core. With the seeds, I'm just going to do a little 1-2. I like these seeds with your queso fundido. So there's that. And let me turn this. There you go. Look at that. Look at that, bro. Nice burnt skin, which is what we want. Go ahead and that's not that bad, yeah. We're just gonna dice this up. Cut into strips, and then I'll go across the body of it lengthwise. Be perfect. A little warm, so I'm just trying to there we go. So what I'm going to do now is incorporate this into the vegetable medley. Let me turn this. Perfect. Look at that. Exactly what I want. Nice crispness. You still have a little bit of color in there. Cut the flame. Nice. And just that burnt, skin, guys, is going to add a lot of smokiness and a lot of more complexity to the palate. It's all it's going to do. It's all goodness. So I'm going to cut this one up. Go. Still a little hot. Wash it out. Seeds out. Nice. Yeah, buddy. It's hot. Right. Throw that in there. That's looking good. And I really do, guys. I love this dish as an appetizer. I can't get enough. I normally, when I'm out, I cheat and I'll have a corn tortilla or something along, you know, with either chips or nachos or something like that. But tonight we're going to try to keep it healthy because that, again, is the emphasis of the Bodybuilding Chef. So now you have that vegetable medley simmering in there. You're about good to go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this into a separate bowl and I'm going to prepare the layering of the queso. So let me go ahead and pull this out of the saute pan or the saucepan, because this is what I'm going to use to cook with in the oven. And the oven, guys, is at 425 degrees. Alright guys, so now that we have the vegetable medley in a separate pot, because obviously this has been on an open flame for about 10 minutes now, I'm going to dash it with a little bit of cold water. And all that's going to do is just drop the temperature of the pot so that my cheese doesn't melt when I arrange it in layers. The Queso Fundido. Alright. Cool. Okay, so here we go. We got the 3 cheeses. We're going to start out with a layer, and I've mixed it all together, as you can see. All 3 cheeses, the Monterey, the goat, and the pepper jack. And I wish I had Oaxaca, but I couldn't find it, so this will have to do. So take about a heaping handful and just go ahead and layer that on the bottom there. One more heaping handful. Give you a base. A little bit more. All right. Take the veggie mix. You can just kind of sprinkle that on top there and arrange it as you like. The same idea as if you're making mac and cheese, guys, or lasagna, anything of that nature where there's tiers involved. Just kind of have to spread that around. Let's do another layer of the cheese. I love cheese. Not get enough of this stuff. It'll probably put me in the grave earlier than expected. I hope not, knock on wood, but man, I can't get enough of cheese. I think that's why I like this dish. So another probably heaping handful or 2 of the cheese mix. All right. A bit of black pepper. All right. Back to the vegetable medley. There we go. Yes, sir. Very nice. All right, look at that. All right. Back to another layer of the cheese. There we go. Beautiful. And again, guys, remember you can use anything with this. Any type of meats. Chorizo is a traditional filler, but you can use whatever tickles you're fancy. And I usually normally use 2 shots of black pepper, so I did a shot of black pepper, ground black pepper midway through, and I'll use it at the top once more. So, one more layer of the veggie mix. Kind of spread that out, yeah? That's all she wrote for that. And I like using the green and orange, you guys. It just has a lot of color to it. A little bit of variety. And the finishing layer of the cheese on top. Try to make it as even as possible. And as you see, I have a aluminum foil pan, like a caterer's pan that it's about 3 inches, 4 inches deep, and I filled it up to about, I don't know, 1/3 of the way full of water. I'm going to leave the top off, okay? Going to put that in there and let it sit. See, the water obviously rises a little bit, but it's not going to be overflowing. And with a shot of black pepper, top it off. Here we go. 425, you guys, for about 20 to 25 minutes, give or take. Keep an eye on it. Around 20 or maybe 18 minutes, begin to peek in and see if it's browning. It should be browning on top at that point. But there you have it. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes to have a taste of my Queso Fundido. What's going on, everybody? So welcome back to the second portion of the Queso Fundido. It has been sitting in the oven now in the water bath for about 24 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So I believe it's ready to go. I'm going to pull it out and we're going to have a taste. Alrighty. Do this without burning yourself. Be very careful because there's a lot of very hot elements in here. Put that down real quick. That's hot. Alright, here we go. Bring this over here. Let that sit. And check out that top layer, you guys. That is beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. And I'm very pleased myself. Got that nice crispy layer of cheese on the top there. It's brown, but it's not burnt. It's exactly so. As soon as that brown color coats the whole top layer, that's when you know you should pull it. So again, remember I told you as far as what I'm going to use to wrap the cheese with. I'm not going to use corn or flour tortillas, which are high in carbs and possibly high in sodium, and it shuts your metabolism down. That's the last thing we're gonna want to do. This is technically a cheat meal, but because it's a cheat meal that I love, we're going to make it as healthy as we possibly can. So I have some shredded iceberg lettuce here that we're gonna use as wraps. Let me get a fork and give it a whirl. Plate. Let's see here. And just dig right on in, guys. See that? It's still nice and gooey in the center there. It's got that nice, solid, crispy shell at the top. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Roll this up. See what we think. Voila! Queso Fundido. About as healthy as you can make it. Let's see here. It's going to be pretty hot, so try not to burn my mouth. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. We have all the 3 cheeses combined together there. It's just smokiness from the Monterey, a little bit of spiciness from the pepper jack, and you have that real a real husky earthiness from the goat cheese, and you have that charbroil flavor from the peppers, and obviously you have the onions and the garlic. But just imagine if you add a little bit of chorizo, or smoked sausage, ground beef, beef tenderloin, flank steak, grilled chicken, grilled shrimp. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and I'm super pleased, you guys. I'm super pleased on how this turned out. This is a personal favorite of mine, and I'm very glad that I can share it with you, and maybe you can prepare it for yourself sometime as well. So there you have it, my Queso Fundido. Again, I'm glad you guys checked in, and remember, if the shirt doesn't fit, then the training's legit. And maybe if the apron doesn't fit, then the training's legit. I appreciate you guys sticking with me tonight. Stay tuned for my next episode coming very soon of the Bodybuilding Chef.